You do not trust people who are kind to you, not because they have given you a reason, but because your nervous system has learned that closeness is the setup for something painful. So you wait, you scan, you look for the moment the warmth disappears. That is not a personality trait. That is not you being difficult. That is attachment trauma, and most people who carry it have no idea that is what it is. In this video, you are going to see 5 signs that your early bonding experiences rewired the way you connect with other people. Not to diagnose you, but to give you a name for something you have been living with for a long time. Chapter 1. The problem. Here is what attachment trauma is not. It is not only the result of abuse. It is not only for people with dramatic childhoods. It does not require a single catastrophic event. Attachment trauma is the accumulated impact of emotional experiences that happened or did not happen in your earliest relationships. John Bowlby, the psychologist who founded attachment theory, established that humans are wired from birth to seek proximity to a caregiver for safety. When that caregiver is consistently available, the nervous system learns closeness is safe. When that caregiver is inconsistent, absent, frightening, or overwhelmed, the system learns something different. It learns that closeness is unpredictable, that love comes with conditions, that you can't fully rely on another person. That learning does not stay in childhood. It travels with you into every relationship you form as an adult. Chapter 2. The science. Here's what is actually happening in the brain. Alan Shore's research on right brain development shows that the first 2 years of life are a critical window for the development of the brain's stress regulation systems.
The right hemisphere, which governs emotional processing, self-awareness, and relational attunement, is shaped primarily by the quality of early caregiving. When early caregiving is traumatic or insufficient, the system does not develop the full capacity to regulate emotional distress. The result is a nervous system that is chronically activated, hypersensitive to threat, and poorly equipped to return to baseline after a relational rupture. Stephen Porges, through his polyvagal theory, adds another layer. He describes 3 states the nervous system cycles through: social engagement, fight or flight, and shutdown. In people with attachment trauma, the threshold for dropping out of social engagement is lower. The body perceives danger in situations that are objectively safe: a delayed text, a shift in tone, a moment of silence. This is not overreaction. This is a calibrated system responding to what it was trained to expect. Chapter 3. Why you cannot just stop. You have probably been told to calm down, to stop overthinking, to just trust people. Here is why that does not work. The responses tied to attachment trauma are subcortical. They originate below the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for rational thought and perspective. By the time you are consciously aware that you are anxious, activated, or pulling away, your nervous system has already issued the command. Dan Siegel calls this flipping the lid. The prefrontal cortex goes offline. The older, more primitive parts of the brain take control, and no amount of telling yourself to be rational reaches those structures in that moment. This is why you can understand exactly what you are doing, watch yourself do it, and still be unable to stop. Chapter 4. The 5 signs. Sign 1. You interpret neutral behavior as rejection: a slow reply, a flat tone, someone seeming distracted. Your system reads these as evidence that something is wrong, that you are too much, not enough, or about to be left. The threat detection is operating on a hair trigger. Sign 2. You cycle between closeness and distance. You want connection deeply, but when someone gets close, something shifts. You feel the urge to pull back, create distance, or find a reason the relationship will not work. This is the nervous system protecting you from the intimacy it also craves. Sign 3. You apologize compulsively, not for things you have actually done wrong, but preemptively, as a way of managing the threat of someone else's displeasure. As a child, someone's anger may have felt catastrophic. You learned to neutralize it before it arrived. Sign 4. You struggled to receive care. When someone is consistently kind to you, something feels uncomfortable, suspicious. You may deflect, minimize, or wait for the catch. Warmth without conditions does not match the map your nervous system built early on. Sign 5. You stay hyper-vigilant in relationships. You are always reading the room, tracking shifts in mood, anticipating conflict before it exists. This is not anxiety in the clinical sense. It is a survival skill that was adaptive once and has never been told it is no longer needed. None of these signs make you broken. They make you someone whose system is still trying to protect you from a threat that no longer exists in the same form. Here is what changes when you understand this. You stop pathologizing yourself for responses that were never irrational, they were learned. You stop trying to logic your way out of reactions that are subcortical, and you start doing the slower, deeper work of teaching your nervous system that safety is possible. That work is not fast, but it is not impossible either. Bessel van der Kolk, in his research on trauma and the body, is clear that the nervous system is not fixed. It can be reshaped through consistent experiences of safety, through somatic work, through relationships where repair actually happens after rupture. Your nervous system learned its current rules in relationship. It can learn new ones the same way. So today, when you notice one of these 5 patterns activating, do not try to override it. Instead, name it out loud or in writing. Say, "My nervous system is responding to a perceived threat." Then ask, is the threat current or is it a memory? You do not have to resolve it. Just notice the difference. If this video clarified something you've been carrying for a long time, the next video will take you further. Subscribe so you don't miss it.